The other thing, too, that they talk about a lot, or they used to talk about a lot, was Bidenomics. But apparently it's not that big a hit with the electorate because an analysis has found that the president and his party have almost completely stopped using the word Bidenomics. There's a chart on the screen there that shows the number of mentions per month, and it's barely anybody's using the phrase anymore. Have they finally realized that this idea is a complete dud?
Well, what they have realized is that people in the lower income categories who aren't in the stock market, which is certainly up, they're suffering day to day. If they were living paycheck to paycheck, they still are paying a lot more in inflation than they want to or can remember doing. The interest rates on their car, their interest rates on their house are higher than they've been in years. So if you're in the stock market, if you're in the urban centers of New York and Los Angeles and Chicago earning a good income, you're doing fine. But a lot of people are struggling, and they don't believe Bidenomics is anything but a gun pointed at their heads.
Yeah, I kind of feel like whenever you put onomics on anything, it's a bit of a dangerous thing to do. John, I spoke earlier in the show about the bridge collapse and the incident in Baltimore. And of course, we're all thinking of the families of those who lost their lives in that disaster. But you've pointed out that this might also be a wake-up call around infrastructure and building rules in general. Tell us a bit more about this.
America used to be known for building things fast and well. The Empire State Building went from a hole in the ground to being launched and opened for business in 14 months. Today, we just had last week the final environmental impact statement for the rebuilding of Union Station in Washington, D.C. It only took 9 years. Construction and everything else and planning it will now take another 14 years. It'll probably open in 2040. This is pathetic. All over the world, people build things faster and better than we do. We have Davis-Bacon wage laws that basically are a subsidy to the unions. They raise the cost of it. We have the environmental protection laws, which drag on forever and invite lots of lawsuits. We're a laughingstock in the world. In New York City, where I'm sitting right now, we took 20 years to build a 1.6-mile extension of one subway line. In Paris, they've already opened 3 lines in that period of time.
Well, John, sometime you'll come to Sydney and I'll show you the Sydney Light Rail, and you won't believe how long that took to build. But thank you so much for your time,
You're learning
John.
from us, unfortunately.
Thank you, John.